how I fell into the trap that is credit card debt. So like a lot of people, I started out just trying to build my credit, and then came along the traps of trying to game the system, meaning trying to get the perks that come with the cards, the cash back that they offer, things like that. Some cards had an introductory offer to where I'd get $200, $400, but they come with a minimum spend. So you have to spend a minimum amount of money to be able to get that cash back. And my mindset, of course, was to buy things that I would buy anyway, what I would use my debit card for. But it's so much easier to buy things with a credit card that no matter how good you think you are being, staying on budget with things that you would actually buy anyway, you're going to try to creep up unintentionally to get to that minimum spend so that you can get that cash back. And most of the time, it's going to be where you spent that amount or more. And that's basically what happened to me. And then, of course, the emergencies come around because I didn't have an emergency fund at this time. So the credit card was my emergency fund, and that kept building up. And I tried to kind of ignore it because I was ashamed of it. And when you ignore it, it grows even bigger. I missed a couple payments on some of them. So then, of course, it grows even bigger because you get the late fees and the interest. And then came along my business. As I've mentioned on my channel before, I dove headfirst into my business a little too early. I did have a part-time job for a while and quit that before I should have to go full-time into my business. My income was not enough at the time, and I just assumed that I would be able to keep scaling because it was consistently scaling up. But I didn't even think about the fact that the next season after I quit was winter. And if anyone has ever done pest control before, winter is the slowest season. So I quit at the worst possible time for my business and lost the job income at the same time. So my plan was to wait until we got our tax return. I was probably going to be okay with the money I was making until then, and I could just use the credit card slightly until we got that and then pay it all off when we got it. Well, because when you leave room for bad things to happen, they do happen. We still have not received that tax return from the year 2024. We're still working on it with the IRS and waiting on it, and we haven't really heard anything. But the point is, I counted on that to save me, and it didn't come through. And I should have planned better and taken care of it myself, but I didn't. So this went on a little while longer, and just before we weren't going to be able to take it anymore, I decided to go and get a job on top of my business. And when I say we were about to not be able to handle it anymore, I mean literally if I hadn't gotten this job when I did, we would have missed the next mortgage payment. Or should I say, I would have missed the next mortgage payment because that's on me. So thankfully, I was very blessed by God to be able to get this job. It was a much higher income than any job I've ever had as long as I have been working. And to pair that with the business income that I do still have while I'm running the business on the side, it has been a tremendous blessing to have this income. And with this, I have been able to obviously turn a lot of things around. In 2.5 months, I have paid off $5,000 in credit card debt, along with just paying the minimums on everything else. So whatever that would be as well on top of the $5,000. But slowly but surely, I am progressing on this payoff journey. It's looking like it might take more than the year goal that I did have, but we're looking to be pretty close, and I am happy with the progress and to see the debt actually fall away, because I have paid off 4 credit cards now. Those are the smallest ones that I had, and I have 2 big ones left and one with $1,700 left on it that should be paid off with my next paycheck. So then after those last 2 big cards are done, we'll pay off my wife's car, and then we will be consumer debt free The only debt we will have is the house. And I'm very excited to get there. I can't wait, honestly, because that'll take a tremendous amount of stress off of us, as well as allow us to put a lot of that money into saving and investing and letting that grow instead of growing interest that we owe. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that and maybe raise a little bit of awareness to you if it's not something you have done before or not something that you've really thought about before. But just please be careful, because these companies spend millions and billions of dollars every year to find out how to get you to get a card. And if they were really losing money on all the people that are gaming the system, then they just wouldn't be in business anymore. They're smarter than you think. They're smarter than almost all of us. So please just be careful if you get a credit card. I suggest just don't. I don't plan to ever get another one, but I just caution you to please be careful if you do get one. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time.